Hey guys, Jackie M, how you doing? We are back again for another live cooking demonstration as part of Masters of Malaysian Cuisines partnership with Facebook group Masak Apa Tak Jadi Hari Ini. Hi guys, everyone over in MATJHN, apa khabar semua? Make sure you say hello and let us know where you're watching from, and do a hashtag live to let us know if you're watching live, and hashtag replay if you're watching a replay. And also, just post any questions you have so that we can get Chef Rene to answer them in a little bit. And welcome to Chef Rene over in Dubai and Zaleha Olpin over in Bristol in the UK. They're going to be running this session. Rene is going to be cooking and he's going to be making a crispy seafood. I'm really keen to check this out because Rene is an Uber chef, right? But yeah, guys, settle down. Let us know where you're watching from. Say hello. And we're just going to play a quick clip from Tourism Malaysia. And we will be back in 30 seconds. If I can find the clip. Here we go. Okay, we'll be back. Hey, now, hey, now, that was the place to go. Hey, now, you gotta see the beat. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Come on. Gotta make a move to get there right now. Somewhere nice that we can get away. Malaysia, truly Asia. Yeah, guys, Jackie M, how you doing? Back here from streaming from Sydney, Australia. And again, we are doing this special live stream series as part of our partnership with Masak Apa Tak Jadi Hari Ini. Don't forget to say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. And like I said, I'd like to welcome Chef Rene over in Dubai, and he's going to be making what looks like a very intriguing seafood recipe. And we've got the beautiful Zaleha Olpin who's going to be co-hosting him. So guys, I'll let these two chefs take it away, and I'll be back in a little bit to say hello. All right. In the meantime, like I said, make sure you say hello so we can pull your comments up on the screen. I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Thank you, Jackie. Hi, Chef Rene.
Hi, Zaleha. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Alhamdulillah. And you?
Alhamdulillah. All good. Alhamdulillah. Everything is well here.
Yeah. Are you still at work or are you at home?
No, I was actually I'm still technically at my work, but I'm actually at home cooking for you guys from my home. All right. Then after this, I'm going to go back to my kitchen in the hotel just across the road. So.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad then, because the Dubai's traffic. I wonder how you're going to get back to work.
Yeah.
Right. Hi, guys. If you guys have just actually joined us, I have today Chef Rene Juefri, all the way from Dubai, and he is going to make seafood, crispy seafood. I'm intrigued. I want to learn because I love crispy, deep fried food, obviously, and with an authentic Tzatziki sauce. So it's going to be interesting. So let us know where you're watching from. Post any questions. I will pass it on to Chef Rene, and I'm going to pass the floor now to Chef Rene for to explain what he's going to make today.
All right, thank you, Zaleha. Hi guys. Okay, salam sejahtera, selamat petang. I say selamat malam actually down in Malaysia. Then selamat malam and selamat petang here in Dubai. It's only 5 p.m. in the evening. For you, Zaleha, maybe in the afternoon. So even in Europe, wherever you are. Okay, so welcome back. We're on a special conjunction live cooking with Masak Apa Tak Jadi Hari Ini. Okay, from Malaysian chefs, so right, Masters of Malaysian Cuisine, cooking special for you today. So, as Zaleha mentioned earlier, today I have a dish called crispy mixed seafood. It's actually the long name. All right, first I recommended the long name was a Mediterranean fried mixed seafood with Tzatziki dip or Tzatziki sauce. So as the name says, mixed seafood, right? So if you can see, all right, on the other screen, you can see the seafood I have. Those are the selection that I'm using today. Okay, so and the dip or the sauce that I'm going to serve it today is called Tzatziki. On the spelling, you can check later on. So Tzatziki is actually a Mediterranean or commonly or basically it's a Greek dip or a sauce. So Tzatziki is a yogurt-based dip. So today I'm going to serve it alongside with my Mediterranean crispy seafood. The dip You can also use it for anything, literally. So the Greeks, they like their bread. Okay, even you can dip with anything. You can spread it on. So later on, this dip is quite versatile as well. Okay, so Zaria, you've heard about this dip before, or you never?
Yes, yes. I made this a lot as well because when I was living in the Middle East and when we went holiday, so we love this dip and it's really good. So it's going to be really interesting. I wanted to learn from the expert because what I know is basically what I Google. Yeah. So I am so looking forward to learn to make this dish, especially the Mediterranean seafood, crispy seafood, Mediterranean style. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, basically today I'm gonna show you a little bit quite straightforward, easy at home style of cooking. Though it's from a restaurant, okay, we serve this a lot in the Mediterranean restaurant. So some people might say, okay, how are you gonna fry it? Battered? Is it breaded? It's gonna be too thick for the flour and everything, right? So today I'm gonna share a very light recipe, very common in Mediterranean cooking, and I think all the ingredients quite convenient for everyone in the pantry. Okay, so let's go through the ingredient. All right, one by one. As everyone can see, I have the selection of seafood that I have today. I'm going to use mussel. All right, it's a green mussel. Then I have calamari, or also some would say squid. Right. I have also shrimp. The shrimp that I'm using is the 21 or the 26, 30 plus. So maybe in a kilo, you're gonna get 20 over pieces or up to 30 pieces. So they are quite small, but not too small. They are not too big as well, because big prawns, if you do this kind of cooking, it's not really, I wouldn't say it's quite good, because you have a thick prawn, and it's not gonna really work with the batter or the flour that we're gonna work on. Okay, so you have the seafood there. Okay, then for the flour that I'm gonna share to you, basically it's quite straightforward. As I mentioned earlier, you might be able to get it in your pantry anyway, or maybe you need to get only one ingredient, maybe you're not familiar with, or you used to use it. So this is an equal amount of semolina flour and normal flour, your normal plain flour, your all-purpose flour. Okay, so that's the actual flour that I'm going to use for my crispy Mediterranean seafood. So quite straightforward, 50-50 amount, semolina, all right, or down in Malaysia, dekat Malaysia, tepung suji. Okay, tapi yeah, the one that we get here in the Middle East or Mediterranean, they are quite fine. So maybe you can even find it in the store. The finer version is not the thick one, or even you can blend it. You can always use your dry blender.
Okay, so you need to use the fine semolina version, not the coarse one, yeah?
Yeah, the coarse one you can use it, but it might not be able to stick to your seafood proper. You know, you might get it more into your flour and into your oil, and you leave it behind, right?
Okay, cool.
Okay, so those are the main thing for the seafood, apart from the salt and pepper. Okay. So we go to the Tzatziki dip or sauce. See, quite straightforward ingredient, very simple. The main ingredient, as I mentioned, it must be yogurt. So I'm using full-fat yogurt, or it's best to use Greek yogurt. It's more thick and more dry, so there's no much water. You want the dip to be not too runny, and it has a nice consistency. Like when you dip, it will coat. When you do a spread, it will have a nice texture. Okay.
You hold it. Yeah.
So, yeah. So you have garlic, then mint. You have some nice fresh dill, lemon, and cucumber. That's it. Right. So quite an easy, straightforward dip, and also for the seafood itself. So we have to do 2 steps for both items. Okay. The first step is that we want to marinate the seafood. So what I have here is actually yogurt, and also we're gonna mix some milk. So actual recipe, or normally people will use what do you call this, milk butter, right?
Milk.
Buttermilk.
Okay.
Buttermilk. But for sure, I mean, I've been always grown up in Malaysia. Back home it's a little bit hard to find buttermilk. So this is one of the best way that you have yogurt and milk. So what does the yogurt does with the milk is that it starts to give the acidity to it. So it kind of tends to become a buttermilk. by nature.
Okay.
All right, it's a
Okay.
substitute. Yeah.
But you
Okay.
can you, if you make homemade buttermilk, chef, do you use milk with vinegar or milk with lemon juice?
So that's why I have the yogurt, which is
Mhm.
the acid element to it.
If we don't have yogurt at home,
So
the
if you don't
quickest
have
way.
yogurt, yeah, you can substitute with lemon
Okay.
or vinegar. But vinegar, try not to use a strong vinegar or the fruit vinegar base. So something with probably malt is good. All right.
Malt. Okay. Okay.
Malt will be quite good for it. All right.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Right.
So there you
Okay.
go.
Thank you, chef.
So what we're going to do now, all right, we need to season the buttermilk a little bit. So I use pink salt, as in previous shows before, or the live show I did before. Even my recipes, I always like to use pink salt.
Salt, yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's my trademark. So Chef Rene cooking. Okay. What's his salt? Pink salt. So I have black pepper.
Do you use coarse pink salt or fine pink salt? Pink salt.
I use the fine. Yeah.
Fine pink salt. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get this seafood marinade in it for now. Okay, just a quick one. You can do this 10 minutes or 5 minutes even marination, or you can leave it
Yes.
half an hour.
Okay.
Okay, in the marination. Don't put it more than 2 hours. 2 hours is quite maximum, I would say. Otherwise, your seafood will start to cook because of the acidity that you have in the yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We have got Annie here saying hello and greetings to Jackie, Rene, and Zaleha. She's watching from cold Britain. I agree, it's very cold. We've got Rohana as well. Rohana Ahmad is saying hi to you.
Hi.
We've got Chef Joe. I wonder who Chef Joe is.
Hi, Chef Joe. Hi, Papa.
Hi, Papa Joe. Hope you're well. We've got Zul in KL as well saying hello, and we've got few saying hello to you as well, but they don't have a name on here, so
okay. So now we just let it sit for a while.
Okay.
By the way, I would like to share a quick tips on the shrimp. All right. Normally the shrimps they are round. I mean they are curled like this, right? You can see. Yeah. So what I did is that I massage the shrimps to become straight like that.
Right.
So how did I massage it is basically, okay, let me show a quick one for you. All right. On your board, just press like that gently, but not too hard. So use your energy, but with love. Okay.
With love.
So what happens
is
the muscle starts to break a little bit. Okay. In between, you can start to feel that the meat starts to break between each other, but it doesn't tear apart. So just give it a gentle massage. Then there you go. You get a straight shrimp like that.
Nice.
So that, yeah, the thing is, if you leave the prawn as it is, when you fry them, you notice it starts to curl, immediately, and you get that rounded shrimps in your dish. So this is one of the way that if you want to keep it open up or long in your dish. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, interesting. That's something that we learned today. There you go. We've got your mom, I think, Asma Mahfuz.
Yeah,
is that your mom?
Yeah,
yes.
my mom.
So she's your mom saying hi, Abang, Mama, and gang is in Esperate. I presume Subang Parade. I think.
Yeah, Subang Parade. Live from Subang Parade. Nice.
Yep, they're watching in Subang Parade.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for the others for watching as well.
Yes,
thank
you guys.
Yeah, ask questions if you want to know, or if I go too fast, just type it up and Zaleha will let me know, and I will help you, certainly. All right.
Yes, let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, that's important, so that we can also know, where about you are, and we have most of the viewers are around the world. See, even thank you so much. Some even wake up late in the night or early in the morning just to be part of this, and I know start to learn. So here you have the equal part of the semolina and the normal flour. What I'm gonna do, a little bit of pepper, all right, black pepper, and some salt again. So what you want to do is to also season the flour, because this is very important, because this is you know, all the flavors needs to be there because it will bind together with your seafood, and you did season there. But when everything goes together, it will just naturally has its salt, pepper equally seasoned. You don't want to
Okay.
season at the end too much, right? Because some people think, okay, I don't want to put the salt there, I don't want to put the salt there. But end of the day, you're gonna have the salt outside. But when you eat the whole seafood or the whole food, you're not gonna have the whole actual seasoning. Seasoning is very
Mm,
important. It's like our life, right? We
exactly.
season our
Yeah.
life, so
Yeah.
so that we get a whole nice flavor around it. Okay, so as the seafood are marinating, so what we
Mm-hmm.
need to do, the next step, is that we're gonna start on the tzatziki sauce. Okay, tzatziki dip. So everyone has a grater, right, at home.
Yes.
So it's quite easy, right? Normally in the restaurant, I'll go fancy. I'll do the brunoise. You know, I'll cut it like really small, really equal small, really tiny, really fine. But we're not in the restaurant, right? We're at home. Okay, so it's
Okay.
always about the look and feel at home and as authentic that it should be. So grater, first start with your cucumber, straight, easy. So you want to grate. So for this recipe, I use around probably half or 3/4 of the cucumber. Okay, the
So you
cucumber
will
that I'm
grate
using.
the
Yeah.
inside bit as well. Everything goes in.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I'll do also the inside bit so that we don't want to waste, and
Mm-hmm.
also the inside bits. Those are the actual, you know, good flavors that
Mm.
kind of refresh the yogurt at the end.
Right.
Okay, so there you have the grated cucumber, right?
Okay, that's nice.
Okay, so next, what you need to do, I have garlic. You're gonna chop some garlic into it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
really quick chop, or even you can use the grater. If you have a fine grater, you can always use the grater to grate your garlic. It's also good. It's
Right.
quite, you know, maybe some of you have this micro plant. If you heard about it, Zaliha, it's
Yes, I've got one
really
as well. I've got one
okay.
precious one.
Uh,
Microplane,
yeah,
yeah.
you know, it's really precious. It's really really nice actually. Micro
It's
plant is quite
very,
handy.
very good. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
on sale now.
so,
If anybody wants to shop for that, it's on sale now.
especially
We have
for
Black
festive.
we have Black Friday sale in the UK at the moment.
Uh, See, all the good things will come on sale right now.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, so you have the garlic
Right.
in,
Mm-hmm.
right? So tzatziki, this is Mediterranean, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you notice, tzatziki is almost similar like raita.
It
So
is very similar.
it's
Yeah.
quite similar. So raita has a cumin inside. They don't use dill, obviously. So
Yeah.
what they use, they put tomato, right? Onion.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and also the cucumber. But the base is yogurt. So
That's
that
right.
is raita. Yeah, or you put some chat,
Right.
chat there, right? So that's the Indian version
Chat
or
masala.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So this is the Mediterranean version. So I have the meat. All right, what I'm gonna do,
Okay.
just quickly shred them, chiffonade. Okay, we call it in
Chiffonade
the
them. Yep.
terminology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or slice them. All right, just like that, straight in.
Yeah. Thinly sliced.
Okay. So next will be my deal. All right. You know, Zaliha, one thing I like about the deal is quite versatile, and it speaks Mediterranean a lot, especially with seafood.
Mm.
For you back
Mm-hmm.
home, I've also seen back in Malaysia, people plant deal, but I think it's the Asian version of deal. I think
I think it's the
it's
Asian breed. It's an Asian herbs.
yeah,
Different one,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
I think
So I
it's
think
from
they
the fennel,
smell
from the fennel version.
family.
I think
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I've got Ida Burke here just saying, how come
Oh,
you never masak this first? Who is Ida Burke?
so my niece, hi Ida, thank you for watching. It's my niece.
Hi, Ida. Well, you're going to have to go home
So
and make this for them now.
yeah. Come on, you know, I always go home for my vacation. I never get my vacation, right, Ida? I always cook for
Oops.
you. I'll never be out of the kitchen. Not vacation, but cooking for you guys. All right, just quick one. We have the dill, mint, cucumber. Okay, you don't have to go too fine with the dill. Yeah.
I've got a question here for you, Chef. Here, got a question from Miranda. She's asking. She said, "Real Greek yogurt is hard to find in Holland. Can I use Turkish instead?"
Okay, good question. Thank you, Miranda. So, yeah, for some places around the world, you might have difficulty to find Greek yogurt, even back in Malaysia before. But nowadays in Malaysia, I think quite on the European markets, you will be able to find Greek yogurt, but they're quite expensive though. Yes, you can replace with the Turkish yogurt. The only difference with the Turkish yogurt, the Turkish one is more silky. They use it a lot for breakfast in generic and also cooking. And they are a little bit watery, but not as watery as the normal yogurt. Okay, you can use that. What you need to do is that you just strain them. So give it a quick strain. All right. So it doesn't take too long because the Turkish one is already quite dry itself. It's only that it's more silkier, it's more soft. So if you scoop it up, you will be like literally, it will drop off from your spoon. That's the difference of the Turkish one. Acidic level, it has a different acidic level. Turkish has more acidic compared to the Greek ones. Okay, so you just have to be careful when you put the lemon. That's it. You can substitute it. Not a problem at all.
Okay, cool. There you go, Miranda. You can use Turkish yogurt. Okay. We get lots of Greek yogurt here in the UK. It's just so easy. You get every kind of brands here in the UK supermarket. So we're quite lucky here basically to get Greek yogurt.
It is. I mean, in the UK, it's quite easy to get most of the ingredients, I would say. When I was there to do my training with Galvin for the Machinista to open up here in Dubai, it's, I went to the market. I was like, okay, it's enough, because you're between all the parts of Mediterranean and Europe easily. Any ingredients, you name it, you get it, right?
You get it, yeah. And it's amazing because in UK you get Turkish supermarket, you get Polish supermarket, you get Greek supermarket, which like specifically their products, So we are actually very, very lucky. Yeah, even in Bristol we get everything here.
So
there you go, the lemon juice gone in.
Lemon juice, okay. So as I mentioned, if you substitute with a normal yogurt, just strain them because it's a bit watery. Then you'll find thicker ones that you can do for the sauce, and you can just discard the water. Okay. The lemon is nice, so it's only a little bit of salt. You don't over salt the dip. The dip has to be just nice. Now you can feel quite refreshing with the cucumber. The garlic is there, not too punchy. Just just leavening the creamy of the yogurt, and enhance all the herbs is there. So you can taste the mint, refreshing again with the cucumber and the dill. All right, so we put it on the side. Okay, so now let's work on the seafood. Right?
Hey, okay.
Yeah, that's the main thing that everyone is waiting for.
Yes, so looking forward to this.
Yeah, so let me get this. Okay, so I've already heated up my oil. Okay, on the side, make sure that you have your oil heated up. Okay, what you want to do? Okay, the mussels, I just use the shell, half shell into it. Okay, it also helps for the garnish. It looks quite presentable. People look at, wow, you see the whole shell there.
Wow, okay. Even I say wow now.
So what I'm gonna do, okay, so everyone sees that. Okay, so you just toss that in. Okay, quite light, see? It's quite light in a sense. I mean, the light is quite bright, right? So let me show you.
Wow, so there is no liquid in there.
Yeah, so all the marination or the liquid that you did earlier, so those are the one that kind of coat your seafood and the semolina in the normal flour. That's what it does. All right, so I'm gonna fry the mussel first. Okay, then we go one by one. We don't wanna mix the seafood or fry them together at once. Why?
Okay.
Because all seafood has its own different timing. If you know, or if you don't know, then I'm telling you now. because the prawns have a different time compared to the calamari or the squid. Okay.
Right. So which one cooks faster, the calamari or the prawns?
Because the one that I'm using now, I would say the prawns cook faster. The one that I have now. Yeah. So now next I'm going to put in the prawns. In the side. Okay, I'm not going to fry them yet.
Right.
Okay, so you see all the beautiful flavor from them.
Into
You can strain
that.
them. Not to
Wow.
long, but it's always beautiful. So we just let it go in. So the flour.
Do you leave the calamari whole, or you cut them into little pieces?
Okay, I cut it into rings.
You cut it into rings, okay.
It's rings.
Right, okay, okay.
You know, some might like to cut it open, butterfly, or split it open and score it. You can do that as well. Yeah,
right.
That can be an option as well. Yeah, not a problem at all. Okay, so there goes all the seafood in the flour. So the only thing that you want to be careful at is that you must have a lot of flour, a lot of the dry ingredients compared to the seafood itself. All right, it's very important. So you don't want it to become a thick batter, because if you have less flour, what will happen is that it will become a batter.
Right.
Right. So now let's see. I think I have my mustard ready. Yep.
Amazing.
You can see the mustard. You see that?
Fabulous.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Oops.
Look at that, guys. Oh my word. Yum.
So we'll bring it on the side quickly. So we just drop quickly all the calamaris now. Okay. Is there any other questions for anyone? Don't be shy.
One question from me, Chef. How do you usually when I fry calamari in a batter, sometimes it pops here, it pops and it goes everywhere, the oil. So how do you stop them from happening?
The calamari. Okay.
I love deep fried crispy squid in batter, but it keeps meletup. It's just So how do you handle that?
This is the beauty of this flour or this batter. It minimizes that because it minimizes the liquid. It's actually the liquid that coats the calamari or anything that you fry. So anything that you fry has to be dry. Right, that is very, very important. That's why if you use a batter, normal batter, the thing is there's a lot of liquid, right? And the calamari inside itself, it will start to steam inside the batter. So those water will come out from the batter and start to pop out when it touch with the oil.
Right. Okay. There you go. That's my bit of the question that I was like really wants to know. How is there any tips? So I might just do this kind of batter for calamari and prawns next time, isn't it?
Yeah,
it looks so good.
It's also light, I would say. And then the thing is, like you say, it doesn't pop that much because it's also dry. Okay, so I'll increase the heat a little bit.
So besides these three seafood, Chef, what else can you use to do crispy? Can you use fish, or can you use other type of seafood? Soft shell crabs, maybe?
Soft shell crab is one good one as well. Fish, you have to go to the right fish to choose because not all fish is good with this batter. Fatty fish like salmon, I won't recommend. Right, like cod, I won't recommend. It has to be something more on a drier fish. Why? Because it's not the batter, so it won't coat that much. The thing is with oily fish, when you cook it, the oil starts to go out, and then you get all this water out as well. So you will end up having the flour separated from the fish. So this is one of the few fishes can't really be done on this. You can always do it, but you won't get the full result out of it.
I see. Okay. All right. That's good to know actually, because I was thinking of fish as well, because I love fish. But it's good to know that. So we just can stick to what we learn from you. I've got Haslina here, our regular. Yay. Hi, Haslina. Haslina said she masuk separuh jalan, so she don't know what to ask you.
Okay. So basically, Haslina, okay, I'm cooking a Mediterranean style seafood, all right, fried seafood, crispy seafood. So Mediterranean style because it's where you commonly found in Italy, Spain itself, and also in Greece, right? So the batter that we use is actually semolina, commonly found also in Mediterranean ingredient, and normal flour. So
Normal flour.
today I select three of my favorite seafood to go together, which is shrimp, mussels, and calamari. Okay.
Interesting. I've got a question from Haslina. She's asking if when you fry crispy seafood, do you need high heat or medium heat?
So it's good to actually have high heat at the beginning. Okay. But again, it depends. If this version you have to start it with high, then you go a little bit low, medium, then maintain that medium. If in a sense you do normal batter, it's always medium.
Always
So it
medium.
depends on the batter. Yeah, again, depends on the batter.
Okay.
Hi, Tani. Tani.
Hi, Tani. Hi, Tani. Tani saying hello to us as well. Semolina for frying is new to me, according to Tani's chef Rene. Semolina is really new to him as well for deep frying.
Yeah. So it's good that I'm able to share, new things with everyone. That's the opportunity that I get when I travel or when I learn from other chefs. Then that's where it is. Knowledge doesn't stop. So
Exactly.
you open up your eyes one day, you learn something new, and today everyone learns something new. So
Exactly. It's a continuous learning for all of us, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So
There's another interesting question actually from Hasina, and I'm sure everybody wants to know about this. How do you avoid them become soggy after frying? And then when you dish it out, by the time you take it off and put it on the table, wait for like 10 minutes, it becomes soggy. How do you stop that from happening?
okay, so it differs based on the batter actually. If we say, because like last time, remember you did your fish and chip. So that batter, if it's a batter that you put any liquid in it, it's actually the liquid amount and the liquid temperature. So remember, it has to be always cool. So that's for a better coating. Okay. Then the other thing is that if this version is actually the amount of the flour that we use, the ratio. That's why I say you must have enough flour or dry ingredient compared to the wet ingredient. So you see there, all right? So it up for now. So going with that is also, all right, it's very important to understand the size of your seafood. Okay, so it's also important because sometimes we like to cook something big and whole, but we don't use the right method. So which is the batter? Is it good with the batter or breaded or with such as this? Because all coatings have a different approach to your ingredients. So if your item is quite big, what happens is that all the liquid is still in your food. All right. So the smaller you cut it, it will prolong. This is one of the things as well.
Right. There you go. Haslina, I hope this explains your question actually. And another question, Chef, from Tanis. Tanis is asking, Tanis is saying that he wants to know more about frying. Is it kind like of using polenta or cornmeal? Is it similar or is it totally different?
Polenta or cornmeal? Okay. Polenta is from the cornmeal, but cornmeal is different variety as well. They have the bleach one, they have the yellow or the whole without bleach. So it also differ as I mentioned, so my version is semolina. So if you have a polenta, polenta tends to become, if it's the bigger ones, the chunkier ones, so it will tend to become hard when you bite. So you kind of have like sandy to it.
Oh, okay.
But if you put with a good amount of liquid, so it depends on the recipe. Some recipe will cause it to puff. Okay, so for polentas, you don't want to have too much water as well, because what it will do is that it will bloom the polenta, or bloom meaning it's like a sponge. Yeah, it will expand. So it will pick up the liquid, so it will expand, then it will keep the liquid in it. So that's why if it's a thick one, a thick polenta, so it will stick, it will take up the water, and it will sustain the water in it. Though the outside is crispy, then you have that mix between chewy and crunchy, chewy, crunchy.
I see. Right. I have never used polenta for frying, but definitely for desserts. So
Okay.
semolina is actually the best for us to go for.
Yeah, I would recommend semolina, or if somebody is using polenta, there is the one that I mentioned, the finer ones. You can always use that. That's a good one. Okay. So
Oh,
we have our
nice.
seafood there. See, golden. All right, nice and crisp.
Oh,
You can hear that?
that's cruel. That's cruel.
You can hear that?
I
Tanis, you
do.
can hear that? Azina, all right. So what we're gonna do, I have the deep dish there. Okay, so we'll just plate it up now, dish it up. Okay, so you can keep the dip in the chiller. All right, when it's already done, you can keep it even up to, I would say, maximum 2 days. If you start to keep it longer, what happens is that the acid kinds of break down the all of your fresh ingredient, and it starts to become brown, and all the flavor starts to change. It's no longer fresh. So I would say 2 days would be the best recommendation. Or you can have all the ingredients separated, cut and chopped. Then you mix fresh to every time that you want to do it. That would be a
Mix
good
as it
option.
comes along. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start here and there.
Look
Okay.
at that.
So obviously, some of you, I mentioned earlier, I didn't put any salt yet, because I literally season most of everything, even the dip. I always taste. So I always remind or tell myself, taste your ingredient first. Always make it a habit. Season, taste your seasoning. All right, and people tend to forget, all these things.
Yes, exactly. Tanis just said another thing. Tanis said we don't get semolina easily in Brunei, but we get roasted semolina called suji. Is that an okay substitute?
Okay, the roasted one, yeah. So you can use it. The only thing is that you will start to get more darker color to it. Okay, that's the only
Because it's
difference.
roasted, yeah.
Yeah, it's roasted, but so it has a unique flavor actually. The roasted one, it has that nuttier flavor. So it won't be as light as what I have right now, or use the normal semolina. So the toasted one has that nutty flavor. You can use it, but as long that make sure that you blitz it to make it a little bit more powdery. So as I mentioned earlier, the ones that we always get in Asia, especially, the semolina are quite thick. So they're not the fine version. The suji is not that fine suji, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we have that. I think somebody is asking, okay, can we freeze tzatziki?
Yeah.
I will recommend to freeze them. Okay, simply because that is what do you call this? It's a fat base. So yogurt, all right. What happens is that it will attract a crystal inside it, and what we will end up with when you defrost, it will be watery.
A bit curdly as well, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit curdly, and then especially with the whole ingredient, like the fresh ingredient, it will also tend to burn out or freeze burn in the freezer, and it will make a mess, because you're going to get all the water out, and you're not going to get a fresh flavor anymore.
Yeah, I think the cucumber will go mushy as well, isn't it? It won't be as fresh.
Correct. Yeah, so that's what happened. Not everything you can freeze, Okay, so has to be fresh. Okay, the herbs probably the herbs might be something you want to freeze them, maybe because of the availability. You might not have it. That's one option, or you go for the dry ones. So you know.
Yeah, I do freeze my herbs as well, because when it grows out of order, so I just cut them and put them in a napkin, kitchen towel, moist kitchen towel, and then put it in a bag and put it in the freezer, so it lasts very, very long.
Yeah, because that's what I do also for before I grow my own turmeric leaf. So I freeze them,
Turmeric leaf.
now I grow it, so I get it fresh.
That looks so good. Oh my goodness.
So
Are you going to try them?
Yeah, I will certainly. I'm gonna make everyone jealous right now. See,
I am jealous enough already. Yeah, so sedap.
Let's I love my calamari. Okay, so let's go with the dip.
Oh, so good.
You can hear how crunchy is it? So
yeah, they do look really good. They look super yummy.
Yeah. So there you go, everyone. All right. So that's the Mediterranean seafood, crispy seafood, and also the Tzatziki. All right. So feel free to try the recipe. I'm going to share the recipe in our website, right, for the EMAC. So make sure you go into www.malaysianchefs.com/join today if you're not a member yet. But if you are a member, there you go. You got all the access to our recipes, all right, especially the one that we do for Masak Apa Tak Jadi Hari Ni. So anyone, you can try the recipe. You can always ask questions. This you can always do a replay, right, Zaliha? You can always hashtag us.
You can replay this on MOMC website or on our Facebook, and you know what? You can always ask questions to us because we are quite easily accessible. You can just message us and say, "Look, Chef, we don't understand which part Chef Rene makes this." So Chef Rene definitely will answer your questions on our website or on our Facebook. So us, especially because we would love to see your creation, what we have cooked before as well. We've got so many jealous people here. Chef Rene, we've got Haslina, she's so green with envy there. Chef Joe is saying cruel, just one word, cruel. And Annie says it's so beautiful. The dish indeed looks really beautiful. I am going to try to make them as well.
Thank you so much. Even I went to get I just opened the store in the kitchen. I tried to find something Mediterranean for the plate as well to make it more into the theme, right?
There you go.
I was going to say, it looks exactly like something you would find in Greece. Very, very cool. Yeah. All right, guys. Again, like what Rene said, don't forget to sign up malaysianchefs.com/join today. And we are actually in the process of upgrading our members area. So if you sign up today, you will get access to our e-cookbook collection of 8 recipes that the chefs prepared for you. But for this particular recipe and for our e-magazines, they will be available when our new members area goes live in a few days. Okay, so thanks for your patience for that, but we will send you a new login. And even if you're an existing member of MOMC, you will get a new login and password with that as well. So keep your eyes out for it. But in the meantime, you can still for those with the existing login, you can still access the members area. But if you're just signing up today, you will have to wait a couple of days, okay? But it's definitely worth it, so make sure you sign up. And also, if you haven't checked out MalaysianChefs.com lately, head over there and click on recipes. We're starting to post some of these recipes individually on that website so that you don't always have to log in to look up something, So if you're cooking something, you can just have a look. Isn't that looking amazing? I can't wait to try this.
Yeah, me too. That's cruel. I totally agree with Chef Joe. That's cruel.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And thank you, Chef Rene, again, for yet another amazing recipe. For those of you who are not familiar with Chef Rene, he is extremely, extremely highly regarded, very, very talented young chef based in Dubai. So make sure you keep an eye out for all his recipes. I love his sessions because he always loves learn something very, very useful.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So, and thank you so much, Zaleha, for hosting this.
You're
I know you're
welcome.
very, very busy.
You're
All right,
welcome.
guys.
Thank you.
So much. Have a wonderful rest of the day or evening or night, as it is the case here in Sydney, Australia. And we will see you again, and we'll bump out as usual with Tourism Malaysia. Thanks, Chef Rene. Thanks, Zaleha.
Bye, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Bye. Bye, Chef Rene.
Bye bye.
Ha ha ha!